Hello, I have a few new pieces of gear I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I recently upgraded two of my lenses and I have already sold the old ones, so I don't really have them to compare size or anything to. One of which was my 56mm f1.2, so I have this newer version here. The other was the 23 f1.4, so this is the newer one with the linear motor. I will say, I know the 56-1.2 WR is an older lens, so it's not as new as like this one or some of the others. I do wish it had the linear motor in it. I feel like that would help it be quieter, and yeah, so I feel like they should have done that. But either way, I've already noticed quite a lot of improvements from the original. Both of my issues with the original two lenses, they were both great. I just felt like they were not sharp, wide open at f1.2 or 1.4. These both are. So that's made a huge difference in already just using these. I've only gotten to test them a little bit yet. So I had a friend take photos of my husband and I on this one with it at f1.2 just to give an idea, and I will share those in here. And then I also, the other day, we went on a photo walk with a group in Cincinnati and one of the camera stores here, and I had my husband take a few of me on this lens as well as someone there so that you can kind of see the sharpness. I also did notice there is a much closer focus distance on the new 56 versus the old one, so that is also very nice. Both of these are weather sealed, which my old two weren't, so that's huge. That's one of the reasons I wanted to, was literally just for weather sealing. Before that, the only lenses I had that were weather sealed were my 18-1.4 as well as my 50-140. Neither of those were the ones I'm generally gravitating towards. Like, this 23 is probably the one I would grab the most if I really needed a good weather sealed lens that can do a lot, because it's a 35 basically. This is a lot more of a tight zoom in, but it looks so nice. I will probably share more photos maybe later at the end of this video just from both of these lenses since I've used them, just how nice and crisp the colors look. But I really have enjoyed them both. Now, with doing possibly a wedding in Italy next year, most likely, I am taking my Fuji gear instead of my Canon gear to do it because it is a wedding I'm doing for free for a family member. It's a lot to be carrying my camera gear to Europe and traveling around with it. I do not want to bring my R6 and my 85 f1.2 with me. I do not. The only other 85 I have is the 85 f2, which is, I don't really like it, honestly. I could probably sell it, but it wouldn't be worth much. So I have also seen that they released the new 45 1.2, and that looks really nice, but I don't need it. So these would be great on my X-T5, and I could take my X Pro 3 as a second weather sealed dual card slot body, but honestly, if I'm taking a second camera, it's probably just gonna be my X-E5, and then I'll take my X106 like I always do. So I have options for weather sealing there. I have options for, obviously this would be the main camera with whichever lens I'm choosing. It's also more of an elopement, so like I have time to really slow down and do things with it. But these are just gonna be much better than the old lenses so that I know I will get very solid quality out of them. I can have them stopped down, which I prefer that look. I just think they work better for that. I definitely noticed a sharpness difference between the 23, the old one, and the new one, because obviously this is like my 18, which I say is my sharpest lens, and this was built or released with it at the same time. I don't feel any reason to get the 33 1.4, which is the third one that was released with those, because I love my 35 1.4 even though it has its issues. I can't explain it, that's just my favorite lens. And it's a little smaller, lighter, it's fine. So these are my two new lenses that I upgraded. At this point, there is nothing that I really feel I need to upgrade. Eventually someday, maybe when my husband starts doing more video, we'll get a different lens for him for that, but that's way down the road anyway. So these were the ones that I was waiting to upgrade. And also, oh yeah, that was part of what upgraded. So I did upgrade this one because I bought a used one and got it for a really good price. The 23, I got it for $200 brand new because I, one, sold my old 56 and my old 23 on a day when they were giving you more back for selling. I also won a photo contest for a local store that got me a gift card. And on top of that gift card, because of all their deals and promotional events, Fuji was giving money off right now, this was last weekend, if you buy any of their gear. And because they also had it in stock in store, I got extra off of it. They also didn't charge tax that weekend. So there were just a lot of things that all went together to me basically paying $200 for this lens brand new, which was awesome. So obviously I did pay for this one used, so it was also a used lens, and it seems to be in really good condition, so I'm not concerned. But yeah, these are both my new lenses, 56-1.2, 23-1.4. I'll share some photos here at the end just so you guys can see and compare, but let me know what you think. I personally have been very happy with these. They are a little heavier, but to be fair, I don't feel like this is the 23 is not that big or heavy. It's actually much narrower than the old 23 was. 56 I think is slightly bigger than the old one, but it actually feels like it's lighter, like it's made of more plastic than the old one was made of way more metal. I don't know. So that's my thoughts so far. Let me know what you guys think, or if you've had these lenses and have used them,